Yeah.
And
Let me throw one point in there.
yeah, I was actually going to lead it over to you.
Well, let me just comment on that because
Oh
that's
yeah.
a lot of what she was just describing. There's a lot of management there, right? You
Yeah.
need a full-time in-house person to manage that, or
Mhm.
hiring an agency or a platform
Yeah.
to find your influence. Um, and a lot of brands just don't have time for all this negotiation stuff,
Yeah.
and even reporting on it and measuring on it and renewing the deal and blah blah blah. So there's
Yeah.
many aspects that the brands might need external help for.
Right.
So that's very important. And these platforms out here, like Find Your Influence, Grin, I guess.
Mhm.
There's many of them out there. They have their value, they have their benefit, but
Yeah.
you have to work it.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
you're hiring them to work it for you, so to speak,
Mhm.
which is like a managed service.
Managed services.
And,
Yeah.
and that's a good solution for a lot of
Mhm.
medium to large size
100%.
brands. The smaller ones just won't have the money to afford a thing like that, probably.
Mhm.
But they could do a lot of product exchange,
Mhm.
for
Meeting.
content.
Yep.
You
That's
know,
huge.
Yeah.
$200 a month to access all the product exchange you can do on some platform. And yeah, I mean, I back to the affiliate thing. You
Yeah.
know, like Shayna said, not everyone can be an influencer,
Mhm.
but they could become an influencer and start as a content creator. And if they drop some really, clever viral videos, all of a sudden they've got 100,000 followers, and all of a sudden they're an influencer.
Mhm.
And that can actually charge, a
Right.
fee. But I really kudos to TikTok, I have to say, for pushing or introducing the affiliate model onto the smaller content creators, just to
Mhm.
let them taste what it could do. If they
Right.
make some change, 100 here, 50 here, 500 here, it's good. It's great, because otherwise they're just operating an account and not making anything. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
then hopefully they can graduate up to more of a paid influencer, situation. And
Mhm.
so I really think that the whole TikTok shop affiliate aspect is revolutionary, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I hope people hear this, and respond to it. Go launch your TikTok shop.
Oh,
Um,
and for
yeah,
Black Friday, Cyber Monday, they're subsidizing
right.
the fees or the payments. I forgot
Oh
what it was,
wow.
but 50%, TikTok's gonna cover, I think it was 50% of
Oh
whatever the
wow.
cost of the product was. I can't fully recall, but Evan, you were alluding
Yeah,
to that.
they actually, yeah, you're right. It's like 40 to 50% off the
Yeah.
product. But a lot of these products are like cheap products. They're, $10, $20 products. But those are like the freeze dried Skittles, for instance.
You're
That's
obsessed with those. I'm gonna
Yes.
order and send those to you.
I know you're going to start seeing a lot of them now, trust me. But when I
Yeah.
see them, I like them, so I see more because I want to
Yeah.
see how many. But I see how many, what type of things they're putting in front of me, and which of those are sponsored ads, which are eligible for commission ads, which are just nothing. And
Mm.
I think TikTok is in a very good position to not dominate digital advertising, but be a very productive channel alongside Google Shopping,
Mm.
A nice
alongside
little
Facebook and
competitor,
IG.
100%.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they're and I honestly think it's not going to take away necessarily, might a little, but it's getting
Mm.
like new customers that those brands wouldn't even be exposed to through Google ads, through Facebook ads, IG. They're getting a
Mm.
whole crop of new audience through TikTok that
Yeah.
they weren't tapping into previously. So that can only help brands if they leverage.
Yeah. I think something interesting you just said in comparison to Google, something that's been kind of buzzing around in the industry is just Gen Z and millennials essentially are using TikTok as their
Yeah.
new search engine. So even for me,
100%.
yeah, I'm a millennial. I don't remember the last time I looked at Google to look up a restaurant. Like if I'm going to a new city, I'm going straight to TikTok and I'm saying the best restaurants in the city. If I'm looking, you can honestly
Yeah.
categorize it any way you want to, but it's interesting how TikTok is kind of becoming that staple when it in terms of SEO and being able to just locate brands being more visible to potential
Yeah.
consumers.
And real quick, that's why you need those food influencers, those restaurant
Mhm.
people that go
Yeah.
and review the restaurant, and that those can blow up.
Yeah.
And so there's a great local play with
Mhm.
influencers and local businesses. Whereas
Right.
what we've been talking about is a lot of national stuff, you know what I mean,
Mhm.
e-commerce stuff. But there's actually a lot of localized play here for
Yeah.
local businesses to tap into some of these individuals. Finding them and
Especially the
working with
smaller
them
ones. Yep.
is the challenge. A lot of times the way it happens is that person will just do it of their own. They'll just go to the restaurant, they heard about it, or someone else, and they just trying to create the content to get some views, on the post, and it'll blow up, and then all of a sudden they'll be going like every day to a different restaurant, and all of a sudden they'll blow up. And
Yeah.
Yep.
so I see a lot of that going on, and
Mhm.
other industries should be able to tap into that,
For sure.